Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at doing some more modeling on this MiG-29. So last time I showed you guys how to do all this on it, of the fuselage and the engines. So now what I'm going to work on this video is work on the wing, the vertical fin, and possibly the horizontal also. So let's go ahead and get started with the wing. Let me turn these bodies off. First thing I'm going to do is draw a line, and it looks like the beginning of this wing starts about right here. It comes back to here. So I'm going to draw a line on this plane here. So click this plane. Line tool. Then imagine this coming up through here, so I need to move this forward just a little bit. I don't know why it does that. And that looks to be about right there. Back to side and go ahead and finish sketch. And turn the sketches back on. Then I'm going to do a plane at angle off this line here. So I come up here, construct, and select plane at an angle. This is the line, and click OK. Next, I want to draw on this plane again. I'm going to draw an arbitrary airfoil. So I come over here, create sketch, click this plane here. And I want to project this line onto the plane. Select the fit point spline. And like I said, this is just an arbitrary airfoil since I don't have one. And go ahead and finish sketch. Look at this from the top. And now I want to create a sketch on this plane here, so I click this plane, create sketch up here, rotate this back. Use line tool, snaps to this point here, bring this down. Front, same thing. Scroll out to make sure I get this to snap on the right point here. Finish sketch. Come up here to sweep. This is a profile. Well, actually, I'm going to change this to path plus guide rail. And change this to full extents. Select this profile here. And the path is just front line. Guide rail is back line. Click OK. Now have a look at what this looks like turn off the sketches here. Now this is a little high, the wing is a little high, which is no problem. We can just lower it. So we do here, body number 16. Change this to the left wing. Now I didn't do it with this model, but you should make it a good habit to start labeling everything once you model them, so it's easier to find if you have to work on it. So I'll right click on this and use move copy. And I'm going to move this down just a little bit. Click OK. Turn off the canvas and see what it looks like now. Okay, that's better. But it needs to come down just a little more still. Okay. And I'm going to move it down just a little more. Okay. There we have our wing on there now. What I'm going to do here is just mirror this also. Come up here to create, mirror this wing here, and select a plane, which will be this plane here. Don't want to join them. New body, and click OK. And there we have our wing. But I haven't finished the wing yet. I'm going to do that little wingtip section now. So what I'm going to do here, this mirror here, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. I just want to see what it looked like before proceeding further. And I want to create a sketch on this plane here, the end of this. Create sketch. I'm going to project this profile onto the sketch, so letter P for project. This there, and click OK. Go ahead, finish sketch. I want to create a plane at an angle. This bottom line here, click OK. Look at this from the top. Turn the canvases back on, and I want to create a sketch on this plane here. Finish sketch. Turn the sketches back on. Now let's see if I can loft this. If I can't loft this, I have to go back and do some other things. Okay, let me loft it. Cool. Turn the sketches off. Turn the canvases off. Now I can mirror this. Make sure it's all one before I do that. Yes, it is. Create, mirror, this. Mirror plane is this here. Still don't want to join them. New body. Click OK. Looks pretty good. Now let's have a look at the vertical stabilizers. Okay, let me turn this body off. Don't need these three now. Okay, I'm going to draw a line on this plane here. Create sketch, this plane. Now I'm just imagining this line coming down through here. I need a plane at an angle again. Turn the sketches back on. Construct plane at an angle and use this line right here. And click OK. Turn the constructions back on so I can see that. Look at the top of it. Now this line is over here, which is fine. After I make the vertical stabilizer, then I'll just move it. So I'm going to create a sketch on this plane here. Create sketch. Rotate this back. Turn these bodies off here. And I'm going to mirror this line here, so I'll click mirror. Let's see. This is the mirror line. Click OK. Go ahead and finish sketch. I'm going to create a sketch on this plane. Use line tool. Let's try this. Not sure this is going to work. If it doesn't work, then I'll have to do something else. And go ahead and finish sketch. Turn off the canvases. Okay, now what I'm going to do is a sweep. Path guide rails. And it's not going to let me do that. So let's try this. Okay, go ahead and click OK. Now, sometimes if it won't let you do this, you should just switch the path and the guide rail. Like at first, this was my path and this was the guide rail, but that didn't let me do that, so I switched those around. Now this is the guide rail and this is the path. I'll turn the bodies back on, and as you can see, it let me do it. Turn the sketches off. But it's in the wrong spot, which is no big deal. Just got to move it over now. So this here, the vertical stab, move copy. Turn the canvases on so I can see a little more. Now we can see that it's at a slight angle, and that's not a problem. Just rotate it here. Okay. Go ahead and click OK. Turn off the canvases. Now this is up here. Which is not that much of a deal. So what I'm going to do now is go back in time here when I drew that very first line. That was for the wing. this line here. And hopefully it lets me do this. Which it did. Turn the canvases off. Okay. Now, that's not the ideal way of doing that, is moving this down. The ideal way of doing this, I should just do it again so it's correct. But that'll take some, no, well, not a lot of time to do, but to just correct this, all you would do is just that line, redraw it, and then trace, just do the same thing what I did here when I drew this right here, which is no big deal. So let's take a look at this. Turn off the bodies. Look at the sketches. Okay. Okay. When I drew this first line, the line needed to be lower. And then when the line is lower, then these, when you draw these two, then they would come up higher. And that's all. Just trace those. And that'll take care of that problem, no big deal. So like I said, when you model this, just make sure this very first line is at the right spot, then go back and draw these lines, because when you do that, then they will be longer when you trace them over the drawings. By doing it the way I did it, all I did was just move this line down, which doesn't extend these lines any. They're the same length. It just moves them down also. And then when you do that, then it makes it a little short off of what it should be from here, as you can see. So, yeah, no biggie. Turn the canvases off. And I'm going to mirror this. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is looking more and more like a MiG-29. It's looking really good now, actually. Turn the lines off. I turn this body off here. Turn the canvases back on. Okay, what I'm going to do now is just cut this. So I'm going to create a sketch. This plane here. It's a line. Finish sketch. Now split body. This is the body to split. Splitting tool would be that line. Turn the sketches back on. This line here. And click OK. Now I can turn this front body off here. Okay, now you need to do the same thing to the other side here. So split body here. Turn the sketches back on. And that line, what's the last thing I drew? This line here. Click OK. Okay, and that's what we have so far. Now this is really looking good now, the MiG-29. Okay, let me turn the canvases back on. Now, my next video of this MiG-29, I will draw the horizontal stabs here, and we'll do some more work on the body, the main fuselage here. So we'll get these taken care of, which is no big deal. Straighten these out and get these put back in here also. So we'll have to model this back here, which is no much of a problem either. Model those and get these horizontal stabs in. Then do some more work on the intake up here, because there's a space up through here, as you can see, right through here. There's a small little space up there we have to get in there also. So yeah, but anyway, that is going to do it for this segment of this MiG-29. And if you've been following my videos, this is what you should have now of this. So yeah, but and like I said, if you want to, when you do model this, make sure the line, that very first line that I drew, is lower down in here. I didn't have it low enough, so make sure it's pretty much where I drew it. Just make sure, just draw it lower, and that's it. And so yeah, so if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you like my videos, go ahead and hit the like button as well. And I invite you to join my Facebook group and my Patreon site. Both are named CAD Build Fly RC. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments, or send me an email, or sending me a message over on Patreon or my Facebook group. And so that's going to do it for this video, and we'll catch you in the next one, and have a great rest of your week.
Subscribe for more.